What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we have the December 2021 Orange County John Wayne Santa Ana International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's Orange County John Wayne International Airport update. Today we have an absolutely awesome update. We have some new routes, some new aircraft, a whole revamp, to a whole section of the airport, and a ton of awesome things to go into today. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day. We have a lot of amazing stuff to go over, and I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. So with all that being said, we are going to begin right here at gate 1 Alpha with this United Express Bombardier Acer J-700 on behalf of SkyWest Airlines. This is a brand new service to kick off this update with a non-stop service out to Aspen, Colorado today on the turnaround flight. Really unique flight that I'm very excited is now here at Orange County John Wayne International Airport. The aircraft actually turns into Orange County, which is really interesting. So a flight will land at Aspen from San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, Chicago, or wherever the place may be, and then it'll come to Orange County and then go back and then go out to one of those destinations. So a really interesting system here by United, but I'm really excited to have it in today's airport update with the new flight. So I believe it will be seasonal, but it's still really cool to have this, and I'm really excited to see the progression. I think it's going to do really well. A very unique flight in here to Orange County. So very unique, very glad to have it in today's airport update, and it looks really good. So very nice flight right there. We'll proceed into our next aircraft. Next in line is this Delta connection number ERJ-170 filling in for our SkyWest number ERJ-175. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Seattle, Washington. Is going to be heading out to Salt Lake City, Utah. You guys are probably wondering what the heck's going on with that. There's going to be a little bit of clarification here in a minute. Very exciting news on that front. But with all that being said, we'll transition into our next aircraft, which is this Delta Airlines Airbus A319 in normal livery. This guy's currently loading up with a non-stop service out to Minneapolis, St. Paul today. 2 daily flights. It's been really nice to see the consistency there, and I've really enjoyed seeing as such. So looking very nice right there. Next in the line right here, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A220-100. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from Salt Lake City, Utah, and will be heading out to Seattle, Washington. Yes, Seattle is now seeing the Airbus A220-100. One of the really cool aircraft changes of today's airport update. I believe it is double daily on the A220. No Ember 175s. Kind of just wanted to put that 175 in there for a little bit of transitioning period, but it's really cool to have the A220 to Seattle. I think that's a perfect market for that aircraft, and I'm really glad to have it in here in today's airport update. What a stunning route right there, and obviously Salt Lake City has like 4 or 5 daily A220s, so looking really nice, and I'll be able to have multiple A220s in this update, which personally for Orange County I think is a really good fit for this airport. We do have another A220 that'll be coming very soon to the fleet, as we'll talk about here in a little bit during this update, which I'm very excited about as well. But revolutionizing Orange County with all these cool aircraft is a bunch of fun, and one of the most unique elements of the Santa Ana. So looking really nice. We'll transition into gate 5 here, or maybe 4 or 5, something like that, where we have the absolutely beautiful Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Sky Team livery. What an absolutely beautiful aircraft. I had to throw it in again because, man, it is so beautiful. I'm so glad to have it in. Plus, I can't throw it into every airport right now. I was anticipating being able to throw it into Reno. The Atlanta service is not there right now, unfortunately. Of course, Orange County and Phoenix are my other 2 that I can utilize it at, so thought that it would be a perfect time to utilize it as such. But right here we have the Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the Sky Team livery. This guy's currently heading out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport or Citrus Aviation's airport. 2 daily flights for that route, which is really nice. If you'd like to submit local fan pictures or subscriber routes, the links are in the description. Feel free to do as such. I really enjoy those and mentioning those in the updates, so please do that. I would really appreciate it if you guys fit the criteria for that. But regardless, really nice to have the Delta 757 in here today. What a beautiful aircraft, and it's looking really nice. That color is just beautiful on that airplane. We'll transition to our next flight, which is this Sun Country Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently pushing back in the older livery with a non-stop service up to Minneapolis, St. Paul today. 737-700 still operating at quite a bit, but we have had a few 800s, so I thought it would be nice to utilize my 800 since I don't have the 700. There hasn't been such a thing as a Sun Country 737-700 to this point. There's only been like 2 or 3 in real life anyways, but still really cool and a very unique service indeed. Really nice right there. Next up, we have a pair of American Airlines Airbus A321s. We'll start right there on the left with that American Airlines Airbus E321, the U.S. Airways Heritage paint scheme with fence tips. This guy's currently making a non-stop service in from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, and will be heading back out there. What a beautiful model by Aero Classics. They did a really good job. Very satisfied with that aircraft. And on the right, we have the American Airlines Airbus A321 with sharklets. This is the transcontinental version, another unique configuration in Orange County. This guy currently has a non-stop service in for us today from New York John F. Kennedy's International Airport, and will be heading back out there. Very unique flight. Really glad to have it in here, and it's been nice to see it sustaining. Hopefully it's doing well, but like I said, it's been really cool to see this in the airport. So looking really nice, and we'll transition into our next section in the airport. Next up, we have a plethora of Continental Globe United Airlines mainline aircraft. These are absolutely beautiful, and it's really cool to get all these in here today. I almost went for a full Evo lineup, but I didn't have an A320, so I thought that it would be only right to use all Continental Globes, because this is a really cool lineup to compare all these manufacturers and aircrafts, even though 3 of them are Geminis. But regardless, really cool lineup right here. We'll start with the first one and the only non-Gemini jets of this lineup. That's the United Airlines Boeing 737-700 in Continental Globe colors by NG models with split scimitars. This is a really nice aircraft right here. This guy's currently making non-stop service in from Newark, New Jersey. He's going to be heading out to Honolulu, Hawaii once again. A really cool service, and it's very cool to have this one in the airport. I think it's one of the coolest, and hopefully it's doing well on top of that. Next up, we have United Airlines 737-800. We'll say this guy's currently making non-stop service in from Houston or Continental, and will be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Oh boy. Chicago O'Hare, pardon me. Once again, those routes are doing really well, and it's been nice to see them in the airports, of course, so looking really good right there. United Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently coming in from San Francisco, California, and will be heading out to Denver, Colorado. Again, looking really nice right there on that behalf. Any United Airlines Airbus A320, he will be doing the reverse of that, as we haven't missed a single route, so just a little bonus aircraft in here. This guy's currently coming in from Denver, Colorado, and will be heading out to San Francisco, California. So been really nice to see all these routes in here. I think they're all doing really well, and it's been really cool to see the wide variety that United Airlines has here at Orange County John Wayne International Airport. So looking really nice. We'll transition into our next aircraft. Next up, we have the WestJet Boeing 737-700. This guy's currently taxiing out to the active runway with a non-stop service today out to Calgary after coming in from Vancouver. Vancouver appears to be the superior market right now, which is really interesting compared to Calgary, which was a previous flight that WestJet had, and then they added Vancouver, of course. But it's really cool to get them in here today. Absolutely beautiful aircraft. They do park at Gate 2 where the Delta A319 is, I believe. But regardless, it's still been super cool. I wish they would park at down there with where they used to around the Alaska section, but hey, it's all right. Really glad to have WestJet in here, and it's been a bunch of fun to say the least. So WestJet 737-700, absolutely beautiful model by Gemini Jets, 2013 or 14 release. This guy's currently coming in from Calgary, and he's going to be heading out to Vancouver or vice versa, something like that, but looking beautiful. Next up, we have this absolutely beautiful Alaska Airlines section. We'll begin right here on the left with this Alaska, operated by Horizon and SkyWest, for our example. They may both be SkyWest, but I think at least one of them's Horizon. Embraer Euro J-175. This guy's currently coming in from San Francisco International Airport or Pacific Aviation's airport. He's going to have a non-stop service today out to Santa Rosa. Really cool services right there. Very nice to see that, and very pleased with that. Alaska Airlines 737-800 here in the middle, Boeing 737-800, I should clarify. In the current paint scheme, of course. This guy currently has a non-stop service in from Portland, Oregon today. We'll be heading back out there. One daily mainline with an assortment of Embraer 175s to complement that, so it's nice to at least have one mainline. It's early in the day too, which is kind of interesting, but very cool. And then we have an Alaska Airbus A320 with the non-stop service out to Seattle, Washington. I think there's about 3 daily mainline right now, which is pretty sufficient. Not complaining on that behalf. So nice to have a solid assortment of aircraft right here for Alaska, and they all look really nice. So we'll transition into the next section. I probably need to use a better term than transition into the next section, so we'll move into the next set of aircraft. So let's do it. Next in line, we kind of have a jack of all trades, if you will, with this lineup. We'll begin up there right there with that Spirit Airlines Airbus A320 Neo in the banana livery. This guy's currently coming in from Oakland. We'll be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Don't feel like we use Phoenix enough, so let's get Phoenix in here, looking really nice. Got a Frontier Airbus A321 Virginia the Wolf. Really cool to get a Frontier A321 here today. No substitution in real life. I just thought it would be cool to get one in here, and I haven't got to use this aircraft. So actually I may have used it in DFW, so regardless, it's really cool to get in here again. It has been a little bit, so very nice. This guy's currently coming in from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we'll be heading up to Denver, Colorado. Seems like Las Vegas also does really well for Orange County. I know for sure it does for Reno, it does dividends, but it seems like, you know, we got Spirit, Frontier, Southwest, Delta normally, so seems like it does really well, but very cool. And then we have an Allegiant Air Airbus A319. This guy's currently loading up after coming in from Medford, Oregon, I believe, Oregon or Washington, something like that. And then let's say A319's a kind of bit hit or miss a little bit. It's been more 320s, but I know Medford was on 319. We'll say Reno. Reno probably gets like at least a couple 319. So we'll say he's heading up to Reno, Tahoe International Airport, or my airport. So very, very cool to see that. Always doing well, of course, looking really nice. Currently taxiing in down there on the bottom, we have a Air Canada Express number ERJ-175. This guy's currently making nonstop service in from Vancouver. We'll be heading back out there. I am very delighted to say that that is going to be the final time you likely, unless something dramatically goes wrong, that we'll see the 175 in here at Orange County. You only have to substitute twice because I have two Air Canada Airbus A220-300s on order. Those were the ones I was referring to earlier in the update. I have the retro livery, which I'm really excited about from the new release, and I also purchased the normal livery. I utilized Airlines in museums. I think I've never heard the website before, but it seemed pretty good, and I think I may have heard somebody mention that they used it at some point. So I'm giving it a try. Hopefully they do well. Hopefully they get the plane shipped out at some point, and maybe we'll get it in time for the massive unboxing. But still very, very excited for that, and I think it's going to go really well. So very excited about that. And with that being said, let's transition into the Southwest Airlines section. Next in line, we have the absolutely beautiful Southwest Airlines section. We'll start on the left with those two 737-700s. The debut of the Lone Star 1 737-700 by Panda Models and the Arizona 1 737-700 by Panda Models. Both these are absolutely beautiful aircraft that were exclusive to the Waffle Collectibles. They've since sold out, unfortunately, but they're still really nice. I actually think he may still have a couple of Lone Stars because Gemini did one, so be sure to double check for that. But they're really nice models. The review just came out the other day, and this is their debut, so be sure to check them out. It was kind of tough to keep these on the shelf for that long of a period, but regardless, we finally have them out here and they look absolutely stunning. We'll begin on the left with the Lone Star 1 737-700 by Panda Models. This guy's currently coming in from Dallas left field and will be heading out to Houston, Texas. Houston Hobby, Texas. Next up in the middle, we have the Arizona 1 737-700. This guy's currently coming in from Phoenix Sky Harbor and will be not unfortunately heading out to Tucson. I think that would be a pretty cool route here for Orange County, but instead of heading out to Tucson, we'll send him up to Denver, Colorado. We have a Hart 737-700. This is the RM model first release. I thought I would get the first one here because why not? This guy's currently making nonstop service in from San Francisco, California. He'll be heading out to Bozeman, Montana. I think that's like Saturday onlys. Speaking of which, Southwest, I had another route resumption announcement, which I'm really excited about that. We'll talk about that more in other airport updates because there's one route I'm really, really excited about. But I'm pretty sure, I think Orange County had one resuming route. It was like St. Louis, I think. It was something like that. I'll see if I can pop it up on the screen. But really excited for whichever route it was to come back. The route network here for Southwest out of Orange County is really cool. And another thing that I noticed about Orange County when I was looking on the maps, I actually pulled up Flight Radar today on my computer to do this, which will be a more common theme. I'll talk about just slightly at the end of this update. But I was pulling it up on my computer, and I did not realize how far down Los Angeles it is. It's south of Long Beach, and it's into that Orange County area, the Santa Ana area, if you will. Of course, duh, but I didn't realize how far it was from, big time Los Angeles. But obviously still a really nice airport for especially business travelers to fly into, or anybody that wants to avoid the big Los Angeles airport, which is huge, but regardless, it's still nice. So. But looking really nice right there for that 737-700. And then we have a Canyon Blue 737-800 with split scimitars. This guy's currently making nonstop service in from... sorry, I was trying to decide. Let's go San Jose, and he'll be heading out to... yeah, let's go with Cabo, San Del Cabo. Looking really, really nice with this lineup, and let's transition into the next section. Very excited about this, everybody. One final pit stop with this American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the AirCal Heritage Retro paint scheme. Have to represent because obviously Orange County was one of their huge bases, so got to represent AirCal. Miss them dearly. But this guy's coming in from Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. We'll be heading out to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. Really hope NG does it. This mold's not the best, and the antenna fell off for me, so that's unfortunate. But hey, we can only do what we can do, right? And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the revamped part of the ramp here at Orange County John Wayne International Airport. I'm very, very happy about this. So this is the revamped cargo and general aviation section of my Orange County John Wayne International Airport replica. So this is where Orange County and my replica gets a little unrealistic. Since I've wanted to represent the cargo section along with the general aviation section, Orange County, just imagine the rest of the airport runways are bordered by GA ramps, and that's pretty much what you'll find. So this isn't necessarily crazy unrealistic, but it is a little off. And then the cargo ramps, I honestly couldn't find them. I took an assumption of where they're at. But regardless, here we go, everybody. So here is the revamped ramp section of the airport. I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. So let's kind of go into a little overview of what we have here. So if you guys remember, back in the March or April update. I think it was March. This section right here, let me see if I can point to it. That section right there, that was just a normal apron. Then we had grass where this place is right here. And back in March, with the anticipation of new Shapeways models, I decided to turn this area into a GA area. So for the latest months, this paper, or these two right here, these two foils, have been just normal standard gray foils with no lines on them. Now I've decided, since my GA fleet's going to be expanding even more, and I really wanted a dedicated area for the cargo section, as you can see back here, and a dedicated FBO area for Orange County John Wayne International Airport, I decided to do just that. So it looks really, really cool. So initially, I wasn't anticipating going this far with this, which I'm not complaining at all, because what I was only anticipating doing was I moved out the gate on the corner of the terminal right here. Let me actually go handheld. This may be a little wonky, so if it is, I apologize, but I kind of want to show you guys what I'm getting at. So right here, if you guys see this area right here, you guys may remember that JSX parked here for a very, very long time. It's way back. So let's try this again. Where's FedEx is, there was gate here, and JSX parked there for a very, very long time. I decided to scrap that because the aircraft, the two cargo aircraft parked here, just didn't really work very well. It was really tight, and there was no room to move it in. So I thought that this layout would be much better for every party considered. So we got rid of that gate in favor of a lot of new additions. So let me kind of give you guys a nice overview. So right here we have two cargo gates. This will be exclusive for the FedEx 7 or A300 and 757 sometimes, along with the UPS 757 and sometimes A300 depending. It has a little turn-in line. I thought this was really nice. Both aircraft can't depart at the same time, unfortunately, but they can come in and park, and then the first aircraft can leave, and the second one can. But I think it looks really nice. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I apologize. But the line comes in and it makes a nice loop, and it looks really good. This was all freehand because I wasn't anticipating doing it. I just thought that it would be cool in the moment, so I decided to do it. And I think it turned out really well. I used colored pencil for the yellow, and then pencil for the outline, which turned out really well. Kind of similar, you know, it's kind of seeable, but kind of different. But I think it looks really nice. So that area turned out really well. Very happy with the cargo aircraft. Sorry, so the terminal is kind of blocking it off, but it looks really nice. But the lighting's really nice over here, so let's take a look at this. This is the intersection area. If I ever want to do another expansion, which is possible, I could connect it right here, which would be really nice, or here or there. So we're leaving plenty of room for potential. So there is a connecting point here for more GA ramps or something in the future. So excited about that. Now this area connects to the cargo. That would go on into Finisland, whatever you want to call it, Infinity. Over here, this connects back into the terminal area. And then over here, you can make a turn and come into the FBO in the general aviation section. We'll call this general aviation area number 1 for the moment if I do choose to expand even more. So here you can turn, and then this area, this is an FBO. If you're unfamiliar with what an FBO is, normally FBOs are used by essential air service carriers and very high profile BizJet companies and flights. So in the FBO, pretty much what it is, it's pretty much a very nice terminal for general aviation aircraft. Let's just put it like that. So at FBO, if you ever go to a general aviation airport and get on a private jet or something like that, there's a good chance that if you've been in any building whatsoever, it's probably the FBO building. So the FBO building is really nice. I'm very pleased about it. At the FBO building, we'll be able to find some bigger profile BizJet aircraft. That'll include Gulfstreams and things along those lines, along with JSX. You'll find JSX over here as they park over here, to my knowledge. So, pardon me. So JSX will have an exclusive spot over here, moving from the terminal, which is much more realistic for them. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. Sorry for dragging this out. I didn't mean to drag it out. I just kind of want to give you guys the full overview. I won't try to make it much longer, but 3 apron spots, that should be plenty. We could even add a 4th one right there probably, but very happy with how the FBO turned out. I think it looks great. And then we have a full-fledged general aviation area. We kind of had that right here, but everything was really clustered, and I wanted JSX and the FBO planes to be away from the rest of the GA aircraft because I thought it was only right. So we kind of have 2 areas over here. This side on top is going to be your BizJet area for the moment. This is where Cessna Citations, Challengers, maybe a couple of the Gulfstreams, Phenoms, and Learjets, aircraft along those lines will be parking. I mean, Orange County gets about every GA plane you can imagine. So you'll see a variety of BizJets up here. And on the bottom, you'll see propeller planes. This will include Cessna 172s, Barons, Piper 28s, Piper 38s, Piper 31s, Cessna 177s, Cessna 207s, Cessna 310s, and there was another aircraft I was thinking of, Piper Seminoles, things like that. So you'll see propeller planes for the most part in here, and I may interchange them, we'll see, but I think it turned out really, really well. So really nice expansion area. I think it really makes Orange County look very clean. I really like how the grass came out through here, so it kind of looks like a general aviation section. Again, I'm not opposed, like we did with Reno a couple years ago and things like that, to maybe even make another whole board, which we'll redo that cargo section, which that could definitely see improvement in my opinion. I think it's a little tight back there, but for keeping it on this board, I was very pleased with how it turned out, and it's much better than what it was. So very happy with that. The FBO could also increase in size. I would not be opposed to that. We could potentially make a little area over here where we could have another 3 gates, and these were a little closer than I wanted, but they're fine. And then this could just turn into a propeller section at some point, but I'm just throwing stuff out there in the future. But ultimately, it's definitely going to work for now, and I'm very pleased with it. So with all that being said, let's get into the aircraft. Beginning up there on the top with the FedEx Express Airbus A300 freighter. What a beautiful aircraft. So glad to have it. This guy's currently making nonstop service in from Memphis, Tennessee, and we'll be heading right back out there. Really cool flight for Orange County, in my opinion. And then we have the UPS Boeing 757-200 freighter. This guy's currently coming in from Louisville, and will also be turning out back out to Louisville. So looking really nice. I think the section, like I said, I think it works pretty well, but if we do choose to expand, I'm not going to be opposed to that, and we may redo it. So, but regardless, it's very good for now, and I think it's going to suit Orange County very well. So looking very nice. Hopping into our now dedicated FBO section, very glad to have this. You guys will be seeing Gulfstreams and nice GA aircraft and all kinds of things along the lines right here. But regardless, we'll start with that GSX Embraer J-145. This guy's currently coming in from Reno Tahoe International Airport, and we'll be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. So looking really nice. This will be a mix of aircraft. Like I said, we'll have some essential air service, we'll have some really high profile GA aircraft. Let's say, for instance, if the CEO of Coca-Cola came in, they would park at one of these gates and things like that. So, but a really nice section over here, very pleased with it, and looks really good. And then transitioning into the final part of this update, we have the absolutely beautiful general aviation ramp number 1. Very pleased to have a nice dedicated section for these guys. I'm very excited to say that I made a huge, and I mean an absolutely massive Shapeways order of about 30 aircraft total, 13 different types, I believe, the other day, which I'm super excited about. I've been wanting to do that for such a long time, and I finally was able to get a chance to do it. We're going to have all kinds of aircraft coming in. That's all I'm going to say. We're really going to be beefing up in terms of Orange County GA action. There'll be some really nice variety, and it's going to look like an actual Orange County GA representation, because Orange County is one of the biggest GA airports in the United States of America. There is so many aircraft in here. I mean, you can just go all around the airport. You can find anything from Cessna 172s to Challenger 300s, Cessna Citations, and every plane in between. There are so many, but I'm really excited, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. So we'll start right there on the top of that Cessna Citation 560. In terms of routes, it's going to be kind of hit or miss, because you have so many different companies and things like that. For how I'm going to do general aviation aircraft, outside of a couple that are at Tulsa that are based there that I may try to make to scale, these are all just going to be miscellaneous, and we'll kind of just fill in, and we're just going to pretend that it's private owners and things like that. But the good news is we're going to have so much variety that there's going to be plenty of variation and plenty of fun things to see. So I'm really excited. Regardless, this guy's currently going to be, this guy's just going to be a private owner here, and we're saying that he's going to be having a non-stop service in from Eagle County Regional Airport, and we'll be heading out to San Diego, California following as such. So very nice right there. And GA, it's a whole different ball game. I hope to do a video on it soon, because I really want to go more in depth about it. But regardless, right there we have the Challenger 300. It's finally complete. Very happy with how it turned out. Let's actually just zoom in on it live just to take a really solid look at how beautiful this aircraft is. Came out really nicely. I was very pleased with it. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm very happy to finally get the Gulfstream in here. This is just a private fictional blue livery, but I think it turned out really well, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. But it's finally nice to have a Challenger in here. I think it looks really nice. But this guy right here, regardless, is currently making a nonstop flight in from Oakland, and he's going to be heading out to Vans Nuys. Vans Nuys is another huge general aviation airport. No commercial, but just huge general aviation facility in Los Angeles. It's like probably only 30 minutes north, so it's really interesting for them to have flights there regularly. But regardless, really cool. We'll just say that the owner needs to reposition after bringing some passengers in here. And then right here, as we transition down, we have an absolutely beautiful red wave Cessna 172 on the ramp here. This guy's currently just hanging out. He's not doing too much today, but we'll say that he's coming in from Pass On, which I I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have no idea where that is. If anybody does, please let me know. I'm gonna take a guess. It's somewhere in California, and just for giggles, because why not, I'm gonna look it up. Passon Airport is located in Passon, Arizona. So he's coming in from Passon, Arizona. That's east of Phoenix, so kind of cool to have that in here. And we're just gonna send him out to the first random city I can find. Let's go with Red Bluff, California. Red Bluff Mobile Airport, that's kind of in the proximity of North San Francisco. It's not quite up to, or pretty far north. It's north of the Sacramento area. So very cool to have that Cessna in there. He's kind of going for some long flights, and he's definitely having a day to say the least. But very, very happy with this area. Please let me know what you guys think of it. And with that being said, that will do it for today's epic Orange County John Wayne International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Very, very excited for what's to come. Orange County is really looking good, and it felt really good to finally get to do even something as small as this for an expansion. I have not got to do one in such a long time due to the mono illness and everything that we've been through. So it's been really, really nice to finally get to do a little expansion. Like I said, even though it was this small, it still felt really good. Very, very pleased with how the color pencil did, and also the outline of the taxiway. I wasn't initially going to do taxiways. Like I said, I was just going to add foils to make it look nice, but I'm very, very glad I chose to do this, as I think it looked really good, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So with all that being said, Orange County's doing its thing. Very, very excited for the new Air Canada A220s. They're going to be absolutely awesome. Currently, no new routes to start out of Orange County, which is quite unfortunate. We had a really fair share throughout the year, though, so I'm not complaining. But hopefully we'll have some new routes starting very soon. Very, very pleased with where we are currently with Orange County, and only the best is yet to come. The GA, ETA, I would say that you could expect those to start rolling in late January. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. There's a variety of aircraft. I'm not going to give details because I want it to be a surprise, but it's probably going to be its own massive unboxing. That's what I'll say. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and finally getting more shapeways in the fleet is going to be something I am very, very excited about. But with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.